McEvoy doing a great version of Gentle on My Mind that he recorded out in Nashville a year or two ago, and I'm delighted the man joins me in the studio now. You're very welcome indeed, Gary.
How you doing, Tommy? It's great to be
I
here.
better put on the right mic.
How you doing, Tommy?
How
It's
you
great
keeping?
to be here. Yeah, it's great. Thanks very much for having us up here tonight.
The last time I was talking to you, you were just after coming back from Nashville. You had recorded 3 or 4 songs, and you were finishing off an album out there.
That's right. That was in, well, I would have loved to get back to finish it, but that was in 2000 and I think it was 2020, the beginning of 2024. I'm sort of in the middle of halfway through that album, but I'll get out there, and I have no immediate plans, but over the next few years, I'm sure I'll get out and maybe do the other 6 tracks.
You were telling me that you're not doing as much on the road now. You're kind of taking a backseat because you have another job, that your own business.
Yeah, I sort of retired from gigging back a while now, Tommy. But you still, when you love music, you still you can't get away from it. You know, it's always there in your heart. You know.
Yeah, you've been at it. You've been at it a long time. We were just talking there before you came on. That I remember you when you came up here first to the late great Brendan Maxwell. You were doing the Garth Brooks tribute, and that was going great for you, wasn't it? You were doing.
That's right. Yeah, we probably were. We were at the very beginning of. Even when Garth Brooks, was not well known in Ireland.
Yeah,
we were at the very beginning of it, of the tribute, and God, we got great mileage out of it altogether. And Brendan, God rest him. Brendan Maxwell, Brendan gave me sort of my first, gig in a way, telling people about me and what have you. And we're going back nearly 30 years now.
That's right, because you are definitely the first kind of Garth Brooks tribute.
We were the first one in Ireland,
yeah.
Yeah, we were the first one in Ireland, and we sort of got there at the beginning, doing all the festivals and what have you. And there was an agent in Belfast who, David Hull, was a fairly big agent.
Yeah, he's a big agent.
At the time, and he sort of done all our agent work for us. So it got us into a lot of gigs. And then the first gig that I'd done, the first big gig I'd done for him, he put me on tour with Dr. Hook, the American band Dr. Hook.
Yeah, Ray Sawyer and Dr.
Yeah,
Hook.
that's right. And we'd done the Irish tour with them, and what an experience, it was fantastic. My sister Anne was managing us at the time, and we were very green, Tommy. We were just learning our way. But we had common sense, and a bit of hard work, and we pushed on, and we got a living out of it, for a good few years, which was great,
I remember there just before the COVID, you used to have a great night. You used to play in the house band down at Peter's Bar in Newton. That was a great old day.
I have to have some of them nights back again, Tommy, because them's just down to earth nights where you're just, everybody in the place just loves music, loves country music. They love live playing, and we just loved that altogether. It was fantastic,
Yeah, I know John Dolan is doing a thing now up in the Lou Bar in Buncran on Tuesday night, much the same.
Yeah,
and
brilliant.
Some of the players like Big Al, who plays Steve with Mike Denver, is in there. Yourself might turn up another night, and you never know who turn up there in the future.
Fantastic. I mean, these guys like the likes of Al and the likes of John and people like that, they're great ambassadors for country music in our area. In our right around the whole northwest of the country. Doing nights like that, keeping country music, alive. Obviously doing a good bit of American country, which is nice to do as well, and they mix it up, but it's the nights that they've run over the years, especially John, it has to be credited for it. They're fantastic, all the guys in the band, they're brilliant, and there's not they're not making no great money out of it, Tommy.
Yeah.
They're just turning up for the love of it and having a gig, and it's fantastic,
That song I just played, Gentle on My Mind, and I played one earlier on, Together Again. You recorded that out in Nashville. Was that your first time out to Nashville, or have you been out a few times?
Them 2 tracks there, that was the second time I was in Nashville.
Yeah.
I have another, I think I done 5 tracks. First 2 tracks, I was out with John and the boys.
I know you did a Neil McCoy song.
Neil McCoy,
If I Were a Drinking Man.
If I were done that the first time I was in Nashville, and I done a song then called... what was it? A Vince Gill song? I forget the name of it now.
Yeah, I have it here somewhere anyway.
Yeah, I done that, and then I done a couple of other tunes as well. I done that Brooks and Dunn song, and I done I forget now exactly what how many we done there, but it was a great experience doing that, and we used a lot of the top musicians, like most of Alan Jackson's band.
Yeah.
They played mostly on it, but we brought it back here and mixed it in Ireland.
It's great what you can do now, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
I remember I was out a few years back and Trevor Lowry was with me and he was recording 3 or 4 songs. He just walked into the studio and he
Yeah.
let the musicians hear the song, he had it on tape,
Yeah.
and he went into the booth and nearly one take.
Oh, they're fantastic.
Deadly.
Yeah, yeah, they're fantastic. What I got what they call the stems,
Yeah.
brought them back here, and then we mixed them here, and we sent it back to Nashville again to get it mastered.
Yeah.
You know, to get the levels all right. We sent it back to Georgetown Masters in Nashville. So yeah, you can do that because when you bring it back, you have time to work with it. When you're in Nashville, they do a fantastic job recording, but sometimes they're in a hurry, get the job done, and then sort of like a conveyor belt, the next one in and out.
Yeah.
You know, so I thought, we'll try this method, and it seemed to work all right.
Come here, you're up with me tonight. You have a big special event coming up on this night.
We do.
This night fortnight, around the 8th of October. Tell us a little bit about
Yeah,
it. In memory of your mum, isn't it?
It is indeed. It's a night with the stars in memory of Charlotte McEvoy. Charlotte was my mum.
Yeah.
And my mother played a big part in my career. And of course, my son as well, who goes under the name of Gary Fitzpatrick. And my daughter, Cheryl Ann. We've got the music basically from my mum.
Yeah.
My mum was a great singer. She used to sing in the back-to-backs around Derry and Strabane and different places. But she never ever sung professionally. But she was always there. We were doing maybe gigs around Bundoran, and at night she would have been taking she would have sat at the door to take,
Yeah.
the money at the door, and she would have been a hard woman to get past, But we have this big night that we have. It's called the Night with the Stars, and it's on the Wednesday, the 8th of October, which is 2 weeks from tonight.
Tonight you have a great lineup. I'm just saying it's going to be some night.
Yeah, we have Patrick Finney, we have Philomena Begley, we have Jim Devine, we have Gary Gamble, Richie Remo, Aidan Quinn, myself, Gary Fitzpatrick, Cheryl Ann McEvoy, Mickey Doherty, and we have the fantastic Red Hurley coming up from Dublin as well. So, and all the proceeds of this here concert, every last proceed from it is going to Marie Curie. So that's our goal, to give as much as we can to Marie Curie, because Marie Curie is a very, very important service,
Yeah.
and it is funded obviously, but it's not heavily funded.
Yeah.
So anything at all that we can, our target's to raise £10,000.
Well, come here. Stay with me. We're going to give them a treat of one of the artists who's going to be there.
Absolutely, yes,
The great Red Hurley. was the fantastic Red Hurley. I remember going to see him in the Fiesta years ago when he used to play with the Nevada, and he's going to be one of your special guests down there on the 8th.
The 8th, yeah, Wednesday night. Oh, what a singer, Red.
Great
A
singer.
lovely gentleman. He's a great friend of mine.
Yeah.
He'll be making his way from Dublin. He's going to stay up with us, so he's just a fantastic performer and has been for many, many years.
Has the planning of the gig been taken long? Because you have such a good list. You have Jim Devine, Richie Remo, or Gary Gamble, and a good lineup, and Patrick Feeney.
Yeah, it's been planned for a good while. You know, my brother Keith, who would do sound for Patrick Feeney,
Yeah.
and my sister Anne. We three of us have been sort of planning it.
Yeah.
And it's been in the planning for probably about 5 or 6 months now, and just hopefully now the tickets are going really well. You can, anybody's listening, you can get your tickets. Just contact the Millennium Forum.
It's a great theatre, isn't it? I was
fantastic,
up at the show there last Thursday night. It was in the Yellow Tribute Band, and
brilliant.
it's a great place to go to.
Look, it's great. You know, it's great to have that facility. You know, it really is, Tommy, and it's on our doorstep. And there's some great shows on there. You know.
Yeah, I see our very own David James is going to do his first show up there next February.
Oh, very good.
His band is going to be here on the.
Very good. That'll be.
David is looking forward to that.
That'll be great. That'll be great. So anyway, we have on the 8th of October. We have plenty of artists on. My son Gary Fitzpatrick. I will have to clear up how he's called. I'm called McEvoy and he's called Fitzpatrick. Before I retired from the music or touring, obviously my name Gary McEvoy. His name is also Gary McEvoy. So we decided when he went into the music business, I think it was around 2017.
He won Glór Chair, didn't he?
He did. He won Glór Chair 2018, just before COVID. So he's called Gary McEvoy Jr. So to stop any confusion, we decided that he would use my mother's maiden name, which is Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
So that's where the Gary Fitzpatrick comes out of. A lot of people ask, how are you McEvoy and he's Fitzpatrick?
Yeah, because
So
it could be confusing if people went to a gig expected to see you and your son arrives. Not that he's not as good as you.
Yeah, it's just confusing. It would be just confusing. So that sort of cleared that up, and Gary had done really well. He's actually cut back on the music now altogether because he's involved in our business.
Yeah.
But he still does the odd gig here and there, Yeah. But I heard him mention that he might go back into a few more gigs, so he misses it.
Yeah, because it's good when you get into it for a while. But I suppose then if you're doing a day job as well, two things can
that's very hard to concentrate on both. And then my daughter, Cheryl Ann, had just done a big gig there about 3 weeks ago in Ebrington and Derry with Emily Sandy.
Oh.
So she had her band there, and Cheryl's an original singer-songwriter, and she has written a fair few tunes, and she's getting great plays, nationally and on different radio stations.
Did you ever try the songwriting yourself at any stage?
I did, but I didn't have the patience for it, Tommy.
I suppose.
I did. I was sometimes when you're right in the heart of it, you'd be really too busy.
Yeah.
And you're just going from gig to gig, and
it's a great old gift, for anybody, for any of the songwriters. It's a really good gift,
Absolutely, and a lot of the people who write songs are very wealthy from the royalties.
Yeah,
especially in Nashville.
That's who makes the money anyway.
That's who makes the money.
The songwriter really gets it. The person who has the hit with it is grand. That they get the notice, but it's the songwriter who gets the royalties.
That's exactly right. And there's people who've got very wealthy, especially in America, with big American artists maybe recording their song, and they get most of the money for it.
Yeah, I remember once we were out in Nashville and we went down to the Bluebird Cafe, and that's where a lot of the songwriters. But a guy called Don Schlitz.
Yes.
Who wrote The Gambler and he wrote a rake of other songs. He would do a song every last Tuesday of the month, and it used to be called Don for $1. And you'd pay $1 to go in. And we were all, we were on tour at the time.
Yeah.
And we all arrived in this place and it'd be packed. It's not a big venue, but it was packed.
Yeah.
And everybody is waiting to see Don Schlitz coming in because you know the name. And this guy just walks in with a pair of jeans and an old dirty shirt on him. And you're expecting somebody to be all snazzy, and he just walks on. He puts on his guitar and says, "Hello, I'm Don Schlitz," and says, "On a warm summer's evening,"
Fantastic.
and all these other songs that he wrote, and like the copyright. Met another guy one time too out there, Paul Overstreet.
Yes, Paul Overstreet. He's a good artist himself, but he wrote a lot of songs as
What
well.
a songs and the royalties that they have.
Yeah, when you look back years ago, the Bee Gees, they wrote a lot of songs.
Actually, what about Phil Coulter with Congratulations?
Paul Coulter is another man. You know, it's
Brilliant.
unbelievable, and they've got a great living from it for years. You know.
Yeah, yeah. So anything else to add about the concert? It's
No.
start. What time does it start?
We're starting probably around the 8 o'clock mark. I don't have the time here on this, but it's around the 8 o'clock mark as normal. Probably doors open 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
So we have a good few artists on. So it'll be a great night. It'll be, it's going to be great fun. And as I say, it's for a brilliant cause. And I'm sure my mother would be really proud of.
When did your mum pass away? How long is?
My mum, she'd have passed away now on the 2nd of October, a year.
Oh, just coming up.
So this is sort of and my mum knew all these people.
Yeah.
Do you know all the people who's on the bill, like Sir Patrick and Philomena? Philomena was a fantastic friend of my mother's. In fact, Philomena was a great friend of our families for years.
Yeah.
Of my kids is like she would have been like an aunt to them. So and the likes of Gary Gamble, Gary has came on many occasions to do things for my mother. Richie Ramo, Mickey Doherty. Mickey's a great character, and Derry does a bit of comparing and singing. He's a great artist himself, and of course Red Hurley.
That's not Mickey Doherty, redheaded Mickey, is it?
No, it's not.
Because there was a Mickey Doherty used to work here with us in the station as well.
No, Mickey's a great friend of our families.
Yeah.
Mickey would do a lot of comparing and different things, and he's a good singer, an artist himself. He's a great entertainer.
Yeah.
So he'll be doing sort of compare and that on the night, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be fantastic,
Well, come here, that's great. Thanks for popping up and telling me.
Thank you very much indeed.
We'll go out with Patrick Feeney, who's
Absolutely.
one of the artists. And
Absolutely.
this is a song that was a big hit for Patrick back in the day.
Yeah, and thanks again, Tommy. Much
Not at all.
appreciated.
My
Thank
pleasure,
you.
Gary.